There's no reason to go out there, though. None. No reason. Oh, I gotta put countdown on.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound.
I gotta go get my headphones.
Trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.
Oh, Penny knows how to open up the damn door. Maybe he doesn't. Morning.
Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now.
Oh god. First cup of coffee, third. I think I'm late. I don't know for sure, but I think I'm late. Okay. All sales here.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears,
Boom.
guiding me through my hopes and fears.
Free stuff should get people to click on it.
Tune in daily, don't miss a single show.
Free stuff should get people to look. Click on it. I'm just getting set up because I have some stuff on here that I was looking at that is a little personal. People are gonna complain. I've already looked at I think there's like 5 people who have complained about the Investing Experts podcast that I did. I am not, just full disclosure, I am not going to do scans today. If you're here for the scans, I'm not doing them today because there is so much crap to go over. I put together a little, what I thought was a little episode, and then I started digging into it. I'm like, holy crap. We've got a full list of, hey, NVIDIA's maybe not the stock for the next 10 years. We've got a couple of opportunities. A look at Broadcom, which is got an upgrade. A look at AMD, which got an upgrade. We will also look at NVIDIA tonight, because if you had put $10,000 in 10 years ago, what's the stock that's going to do $300,000 now? We will look at some earnings from Okta, which is up slightly. It was up really well yesterday, but it's up slightly. But they got an upgrade, so quite a bit of room between the new price target and stuff. MongoDB, I mean, I talk about this every now and then. This one, we'll look at the chart because it's up 30%, and it's probably got more room to go. Just so you know. Today I'm going to go over a stock that I think has opportunity, but I might be a little late on. That I found just yesterday doing a little research, and we'll kind of look at that one. This particular one today, I posted congrats to those that are up 10% on Sphere. OUST is another one that I gave. And this is going to be kind of the theme for this podcast is, hey, I've given quite a bit of newsletters on to paid and to free. So we're going to go over some of these wins that over the last, let me just pause it at the right place. I'm going to pause it. Right there. Okay. Rocket Lab. Those with Trendspider have it in a watch list. You're welcome. With the 4-hour algorithm. we'll look at that one. Google, it's just, I just think that Google may be one of the best opportunities out there, and I'm not the only one. So we'll look at some stocks. We will look at Seeking Alpha Premium. We will look at that one. We will look at Trendspider because they have this Hackathon 2025, and you've got some great opportunities to import things into your setup. And we'll look at, if you have Trendspider, there was a hack, there was, what is it? Sidekick. We'll look at that. I posted some prompts this morning. This is one of the things that you can get from the hackathon. We'll talk about Credo because, again, the full list of tools. This one is kind of what we'll talk about, the full tool set. We will go over alpha picks because there's a way to kind of do this. Oh, I don't want this one. We don't want that there. That's the Sidekick one. I moved that one. And then open with the Investing Experts podcast here. So that is going to be the show. Let me turn on my do not disturb because I'm sure somebody's going to call me during this time period. Okay. Good morning, Rosa, Wendy, Rusty, Olga, Nathan, Jacob, Lisa, Donnie. Hit the thumbs up button. I'm not logged in on my my burner, so I can't see, but you should hit the thumbs up button. And I have pinned in the comments the link to Linktree so you can see all the deals. I mean, this Trendspider deal. I don't know why people aren't taking more advantage of this. I get, a couple of subscribers every day, but it should be more than that, I think. Just Trendspider is such a good product. I mean, it's such a good tool to have, and it's not that hard to gain that amount of money in a year from just using these charts and trading and stuff like that. I brought up this one that I got at about $18. I think I got in. I didn't get in on the 5, but I got in at about $18. Trading today at 23. I had a thesis for it, but that was a simple one. Robinhood, we can look at 782% win rate over 2 years. Meta, you've made 90%, 156 if you bought and held. Even Nvidia, 242 versus 315. So if you're one of these people who doesn't take risks, maybe get Trendspider and maybe try a little risk in your life because maybe you're missing out. PSIX. That one had a 414% gain. Jesus. That is crazy. That is just nuts. But, okay, let's go to the Qs. Okay, I'm going to hit record. Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 27th. It is hump day. I welcome you. I joined a gym, so I can't lift my arms over my head. I'm trying to get in shape. This is going to be a little bit of a different show. And part of the reason was because I did the Investing Experts podcast yesterday, and I'll post it in the newsletter. You can go and find it on Spotify. You can go and find it anywhere. And I was looking over kind of the tool set that I have and some of the wins, and I'm going to go over recent wins. Literally, if you are a hater, if you are new to this show, listen to this podcast. This is the one you want to listen to because I'm going to go over everything over the past month, over the past 6 months, everything. So if you're a hater on this one, hey, Listen, because you're not listening to the show. I'm not going to go over news. So here's your news update. Trump fired the Fed lady. She refused to leave. Lawyers are involved. It's going to court. The Fed said they'll abide by the decision. The question is whether lying on a mortgage document is actual cause to fire her. That's it. I'll take you through some thoughts, some wins on stocks. But let's start out, okay, with Alpha Picks. Alpha Picks is a data-driven portfolio. One stock on the 1st, one stock on the 15th of each month, okay? You get an alert when to sell. It's a managed portfolio that is rules-based. It's in bull markets, everything seems fine. This has been through 2022. Started July 1st, 2022. It's up 210% versus the S&P during the same time is up 70%. But let's look at one of these picks, okay? I want to look at one specifically. On this one, specifically, this was picked on 5/15/2024. You were 8%, up 8% in the first month. Great buy. It seemed fantastic. Then you're down 40% with a bunch of trades, okay, in the 4-hour algorithm, and all were losers. Nothing was working. Should you have cut your losers? And I want to bring this one up because it's a little bit, I was looking at cutting this one. Yes, I was. And so yesterday, as we started rebounding, I said, you know what? Let me look at this one. Well, Alpha Picks bought this at $53, and it was right here. Like I said, in the first month, you were up 8.28%. Seems fine. But then you went through April and you had this huge downturn. Okay? Now, I will tell you, in the Alpha Picks portfolio, this one is only up 6.5% since you bought it. But in a $50,000 portfolio of Alpha Picks, this was $500. So you're not gaining or losing a lot of money. It's 1% each time you buy it. In my own portfolio, since I've traded this one, I am up 33% because look at this. Okay, since the golden cross right here, it's another term on technical trading. This is how you use the tools that you have. This is how you win at war with the weapons that you have. The golden cross right here on the 4-hour. You could have bought down here at 33, probably wouldn't have because we didn't have a bullish tendency. We broke the trend line and the golden cross happened right around $30. And if you waited till 40, you still have made 36% since then. The stock, Bluebird Corporation. It's the freaking yellow school buses. This is Alpha Picks. Again, if you're in the portfolio, you're winning. But I almost cut my losers. I was looking at this one in my portfolio this entire time. And then once it turned around, again, you use the tools that you have. This is why I don't want 60 freaking stocks in my portfolio. This particular portfolio has about 33, 34. They manage it for you, but you can find the winners. I literally scan through the winners every day by having a watch list up here in the right-hand corner. That is Alpha Picks. And I manage that and I look at the charts daily, weekly, whatever I want to. And if I find winners, I get into them. I have brought up AppLovin many times before. Many times. I've been trading this one. Now, this is an Alpha Picks portfolio. It has a 1,000% return since the portfolio bought it. In my particular portfolio, I only have 190% return. Why? Because I didn't have the Alpha Picks portfolio when they bought it. This one they bought in November 2023. I first got the full portfolio in August of 2024. But you can see clear support right there. It's pulled back. We had a buy here today at 448. Where are you trading right now? 469. The key to alpha picks is not when you get in. You can't time this. The key is to get into the full portfolio. I have tried this many, many times. Okay, let me give you a couple of rules on this one. One, buy 1% of each new position on the 1st and the 15th. As your portfolio grows, that 1% will become a little bit more. So you consistently need fresh capital to put in. So a $50,000 portfolio, that's now $100,000 because you've doubled it over a certain amount of time. Instead of buying $500 on each day, you'll need to buy $1,000. 2, you sell whenever they tell you to sell. That's it. That's it. I mean, that's what's easy. Third, I would tell you, add a third step, quarterly or semi-annual rebalance of the portfolio. They give you a holding percentage. So they tell you exactly how much should be in your portfolio. It's a simple spreadsheet to add up. I'll add a fourth step here. Okay. The fourth step, which for me is to add the winners and trim the losers. If you trim the losers, don't trim them below the holding size. But if you add to it and it starts losing, cut it. And that's what I've been doing. I'll give you the last 5 picks returns, okay? June 1st. The June 1st pick, up 8% right now. The June 15th pick, up 41%. So this isn't like, oh my God, it's just AppLovin that's adding to that portfolio's gains. These are recent picks. July 1st pick is up 77%. I was live on Substack trying to scalp this one. I didn't get the scalp, but I bought a 5-figure position in this one based on the analysis that Alpha Picks provided. I sold that position for a 20% gain. It is now up 77%. So I missed out on that 50% upside. For paid members, if you are an Alpha Picks subscriber, go and look at a weekly chart of the July 1st pick. Okay? Because it hasn't even had a golden cross yet, and it just passed the 200-day on a weekly. Clear double top that is 40% higher than where it is today. So you've been gaining on this one 77%. It's a clear add to the winner strategy. July 15th pick, that's up 29%. August 1st pick is up 13%. August 15th pick, which we just had about 10, 15 days. Instead of scalping this one, I bought a huge position with a goal of 10% upside. It's up 4% right now. That's after it going up 100% before it was picked. So the full tool set includes Alpha Picks. Okay, we're going to look at Alpha Picks right there. It also includes Trendspider. Okay, Trendspider is a great, great tool. And I will give you this. Anybody who had the 4-hour algorithm, okay, if they had Seeking Alpha and Alpha Picks, you know Credo. Because Seeking Alpha's top 2025 pick was Credo. Okay? It's an Alpha pick now. It's in the portfolio. It trades really well on the 4-hour algorithm. I got an alert, trade Credo at 115. Okay? Yesterday. I was pretty clear that I got out of Credo at like 97, 98, somewhere around there where it told me to get out. I sold half my position. I was looking to get back into this. I got back into it yesterday at 115. FYI, anybody with the 4-hour algorithm, congratulations on your 5% win yesterday. Okay, we'll just look at Credo right here. It was up 4%. It was up 5%. But it's up 4% when I was typing this. It was up 5%. And speaking of Trendspider, okay, there's this thing called the hackathon. And you can look at Amazon and say, I don't know what this chart says, but the hackathon brought you custom-made indicators from traders like you who are sitting there, investors like you who are sitting there. And this particular one, it comes with, hey, There's a problem with Amazon based on options, and it's at $230. I don't even know what this says, but the custom indicator is there for you to import. And then even if you have Trendspider, maybe you're interested in this Sidekick thing. Here are some prompts for you to use Sidekick. You get 10 free messages per month. Okay, Sidekick is their AI platform. So if you want Trendspider, again, you go over to Linktree. It's the top link. And Trendspider is having a crazy Labor Day sale, 50% off. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to pay for an annual plan. I want you to try this for 2 weeks. You get $7 trials for 2 weeks. If you're not a subscriber of Trendspider, you can get it for 2 weeks. You don't get my 4-hour algorithm, but you get all the freaking tools that you can use. You can use these prompts for Sidekick because you get the 10 free messages on just a 2-week trial. You also get all of these indicators. You get all of the strategies, all of the scan. You just don't get the tools that I've built. So for $7, you can get that trial. And I would urge you, if you are new to technical trading, go with the advanced if it's within your budget. Because here's the thing, at $107, you get 52 training sessions per year. It's one-on-one Zoom session with a product expert. Literally, it is training you how to use this tool to make money and how to trade and invest better. That's what the tool is for. Now, let's talk about Seeking Alpha Premium, because Premium comes with a $30 coupon and a free 7-day trial. All but one stock yesterday, the top 2025 stock list. And this is the hack that I'm going to give you. And I gave it yesterday on Seeking Alpha's podcast. And they're probably mad at me. I'm going to get some hate from them. But go and get the free 7-day trial. Go and look at the top 2025 stock list. All but one stock was green yesterday. Okay? There were two. One that was up 7.5%. One that's up 20%. All of the 10 stocks, 8 are positive. Year-to-date rate returns from 15% to 109%. 3 of them are still strong buys, which historically means that the quant is telling you, hey, they have more room to grow. Then you have the second half stocks, which were announced in June. One stock was up 7% yesterday, another 4%. And year to date, all of these stocks are positive with 1 month performance. Again, they were announced on June 15th. 1 month performance from 3% to 100% returns. It's never too late to find stocks that are soaring. The trend is your friend. So there you have the Seeking Alpha Premium, you have Alpha Picks, and you have Trendspider. Now I will tell you, you can get a great deal on the bundle of Seeking Alpha. So the 2 things that I think you should get are the Seeking Alpha bundle, which is Premium and Alpha Picks, and Trendspider. And that's it. That's your toolkit. That's it. So let's go over some stocks that maybe you want to look at. Maybe Google. JC Parrott is saying, hey, it's at all-time highs. You got a Fibonacci level that's even up here. Maybe it's an idea. Maybe you don't like JC Parrott. Maybe you like Trendspider. Sidekick. Google's a new all-time highs. Sidekick says it's still cheap to own in the Mag 7. It's the cheapest. The runner-up, Meta. Middle tier, Apple. Most expensive is Tesla. So again, you use the tools that you have. And why do I like Google? Google innovates. They're putting live translation into their Google Translate app. And you can get that on iPhone. Apple is my largest position. But the reality is Google is the innovator. They have Waymo. They have YouTube. It's an entire YouTube is the #1 video streaming app out there. I like Google. What price do I like Google? Well, let's go look at the chart. I have identified here previous highs that have provided resistance. 150 Why didn't you buy this in April at 150? Why didn't you buy this back here just in June at 170? You could have bought this on the pullback right here back in the August 1st at 193. Again, it's cheap. Does this mean it's going to automatically go up? No, you are at all-time highs. That's a tough thing. When you look at a weekly, yes, it's stretched. But the past few times, we have continued higher on the MACD. We have continued higher on the RSI. So the best time to get into this is to find a trend line like this and say, when it gets to that trend line, I'm going to buy it. Again, you use the tools that you have. Now, let me give you another tool, the paid or free newsletter, either one. Because Rocket Lab, if you're a subscriber to the newsletter and Trendspider, just the newsletter, this was in the August 2025 buy, Rocket Lab, okay? Congrats to those that celebrate 10% wins, because Rocket Lab was up 10% yesterday. And it was on the 4-hour algorithm. You had a nice buy. In one day, you made a nice 10%. Today, it's up at 48. Yesterday, it got to 50. You could have traded this for a nice 10% gain. It's not in the Daily Stock Pick watch list. It's in the August 2025 watch list that I put out there to subscribers. This is it. So let's go over some of the winners. Okay? COMM up 10%, 103% since I put out this newsletter. COMM, it's up 103% since I put out this newsletter, and that was in it. Nebius, NBIS, up 36% since I put out this newsletter, and I said, hey, you want to buy this. LRN, up 31% since I put out this newsletter. APP, AppLovin, up 30%. And Alpha Pick, since I put out this newsletter. ETHE, up 29%. I have since changed my allocation from ETHE to ETHA. I think it's a better ETF. SoFi, up 24% since I put out this watch list. And you may say, well, you know, that may just be a one-hit wonder. This, TLN, and BWXT, which are up over 10% in 1 month. Okay? Paid newsletter. It's a good tool to have. Again, sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. But I guarantee you the $200 for the year, you make back with the paid newsletter. And you may say, well, that's all for paid. Let me give you, if you're listening to this, if you're listening to the podcast, back at $44, I told you back here, I said, after their earnings, go and buy it because it's a $50 stock. Hit $50 again today. Eli Lilly, I have made mention before. Eli Lilly, under $700, it'll get back to $900. It will fill this gap up here to $890. I like it. Palo Alto Networks is another one. PanW, it's a $200 stock. I mean, simple as that. You've got a gap up here to 193. Pretty good. It's cybersecurity. And Uber, I have been a bull on Uber. And I told you to buy it under 90 after their earnings because it will be a $100 stock. It's at 96 right now. I'm just saying the value in the newsletter and the tools are obvious to me. And when I hear haters and I yell die poor, it doesn't mean they can't find better podcasters. It doesn't mean that there aren't people who are doing better. But I have quite a base of grateful fans that I've taken the risk, that I've put out there and then shown you, hey, yes, it's possible. You take the risk and you get the reward. And again, that's the newsletter. Now, I will point out another one, and this was free. This was in the July 15th newsletter. I think July 15th. July 15th newsletter, I posted this, and it was on Twitter as well. Dan Ushman, the CEO of Trendspider, he said OUST is a monster. Let's go and look at it. OUST. OUST, when I posted that one, was at $23. OUST today, it's at $31. Simple as that. Again, you could trade it on the 4-hour algorithm. 4-hour algorithm on August 8th. You may have said, you know, July 15th, I don't want this one because it's run so much and it's almost out. It's up 270%. Yes, I got into this one late. But the next purchase, you could have made 46% in 7 freaking days. Now, if you bought and held based on the 4-hour algorithm, you're up 25% in 18 days. Not bad. Let's look at a new one today because I found one yesterday just on Twitter. ONDS. How do I do my research? Well, let's look at it. ONDS. We'll go over here to Seeking Alpha. Do I like it? Well, it's a hold in the quant. Let's go and look at the history of it. It's been a hold in the quant forever. What is this company? Well, we can go down here and look at it. ONDS provides private wireless, drone, and automated data solutions in the United States and internationally. It operates through 2 segments, networks and autonomous systems. It is listed as an information technology. It's number 12 out of 39. Well, I found a story. ONDS to acquire majority stake in SPO, Smart Precision Optics. I like that news. When I go and analyze it with AI, I can see all of the quant metrics and it's all explained to me. Okay, and then I can see the positives and negatives. Experience significant revenue growth with more than 6-fold increase in Q2 2025. ONDS faces ongoing cash burn and unpredictable revenue. So it's a risk. When I go over here to ONDS, I think maybe I'm a little too late to get into this. But the 4-hour algorithm makes you 996% versus 383%. You do have confirmation. I think it's run a little much. We can go and look at a weekly chart, and yes, I think it's run a little much. But if you want to take the risk, I would say going up to 735 is probably the next leg up. And you've got a 50-day that's moving positive. You're trading at the top end of the Bollinger Bands. Momentum on this one is strong. Now, it doesn't fit my risk profile because I don't want another freaking stock to look at because I've got a lot of stocks already to monitor, including ones that are earnings. This is one that I was watching. Why didn't I get into this one? This one was crazy. MongoDB. They reported earnings. It was up. And I want to show you where I think it could go. MDB is the symbol, MongoDB. And so I took a look at a weekly chart. And I said, you know what? I like this top right here. You're trading at pre-market. You are trading at 278. That's not through the 200-day. But I do like, $300 on this one at least. Because $300 is where it lost all of that. You just go back to that. And I think we've started a new upward trend. So I like this one. This is a good one. And I've got it on the watch list, the daily stock pick watch list, so I can scan for the 4-hour algorithm to see when it turns around and it gets a buy, I can start getting into that. Now, this gap up, I'm not going to do it today. But it's on my watch list, and they provided such a good report yesterday that it's clear to see I like this company. Now, from a quant standpoint, it's a hold. Why? Because the valuation, the growth, which they turned around, and the momentum is starting to turn around. So it's on my list as an opportunity. One that's an alpha pick, Okta. They reported earnings. They are up 5%. Huge upgrade in a price target. Yesterday, you had the price target raised. This was at 330. Bank of America announced the buy rating and a $92 price target. The stock is trading at 74. Okay? And today in pre-market, it's up 5% to 96. But again, the price target was raised to 92. I'm sorry, not 92. Let me see. It was raised from, and price target of 92 to yeah, I guess that's 5% upside. What is the Wall Street price target? I like this stock, and I think it's a good one. Average price target is 120, so it's 31% upside. So why did they raise it to 92? And bank started coverage with a bank buy rating of 92. Yeah, they've already blown through it. But I like that one. Okta, it's an alpha pick. I like it. I like it a lot. NVIDIA is tonight. Okay, this is the big earnings. But I want to go through some things, because if you had invested in NVIDIA 10 years ago with $10,000, today it's worth $350,000. Okay, $10,000 10 years ago in AMD, it's worth $98,000. I think you'd be happy with that return. Broadcom, $35,000. I'm sorry, it's a $1,000 investment. $1,000 investment. So it's not much. It's not much, $350,000. There are stocks out there that will turn $1,000 to $350,000 in the next 10 years. Is it NVIDIA? I would argue no. And the reason I don't think that it's NVIDIA is based on its market cap, okay? It's a $4.4 trillion market cap. It's the largest company in the history of the world. It would need to grow and double, continue to double, to get to 8 trillion. So if the stock goes from 180 to 360, that means it's an $8.8 trillion market cap. That's too much. So where do you want to put your money? Well, maybe it's AMD, because AMD is going to catch up. AMD is going to catch up. And it, you know, NVIDIA right now is the best chip out there, and they are getting a bunch of buys. The quant on AMD, it's a strong buy. What's Wall Street's price target? It's 10% upside at 184. So if you see a dip in this, I think you buy the dip in AMD. And AMD was upgraded to buy with an elevated price target. Again, Truist increased its price target to 213. It's trading at 180. So while NVIDIA is a great company and it's leading the charge, it may be the smaller ones that might have the bigger opportunity, like Broadcom. Broadcom got an upgrade. UBS sees more upside. The firm reiterated its buy rating and raised its price target to 345. I mean, let's go back and let's look at AMD in the chart. And you can see we had a downturn right there, identified that trend. We broke that trend at $100. Didn't seem comfortable to buy it. 4-hour algorithm had you in. It makes you a decent return. This was up 88% in 106 days. It was up 79, 87% since you bought it. Okay? And it's put in a nice little floor around 160. Depending on what happens today, that might be an opportunity to buy. Maybe the 4-hour algorithm is an alert. Set an alert for when it happens, when you get the buy. And maybe Broadcom. I wanted to get into this when I sold this at 170. I made the mistake. I took a long term. We can go and look at the weekly chart where I have it charted out, where I bought, and sold. I sold out. Why? Got scared. Shouldn't have gotten scared. But I identified that as a 1-year position, and I took the profits. Mistake. We all make them. We all make them. Nobody is perfect. I had a nice little profit on it. I took the profit. Should have held on to it. 4-hour algorithm got you out. Tonight is going to be a big deal. But I want you to pick your winners in the chip sector. Chips are cyclical, and we have been in a bull, but they are continuing to spend on chips. You want to know what could double in the AI market? Well, Daniel Newman puts it out there. NVIDIA will have a market cap north of $6 trillion Share will stay at near 90% GPU. He thinks by 2029, 6 trillion. Again, it's not a bad return, risk reward. Broadcom will have 80% of XPU in custom chips, grow faster than any GPU. Again, ARM will have the biggest percent increase in AI exposure revenue as it pivots to AI chip making. So you have the stocks out there to look at, to go and do your research. This particular thread was fantastic. NVIDIA does belong in every portfolio, but AI doesn't run on GPUs alone. AI is an encompassing industry. So here's 10 stocks with the potential to 10 times. We went over Credo. I sold half my position. I got it back in more. I'm up 5%. Great. Am I selling? No, I'm trading it on the 4-hour algorithm. I'm adding to my winners. You want to know why? This one is a huge winner. Huge winner. We can look at the weekly. It's still stretched. Yes. Would I be buying here now? I bought yesterday at 120. I don't know that I want to buy. At 110, I was like, yes, I'll buy it. 4-hour algorithm has a good return. Wins 52% of the time. And it's all about moving data at scale. Credo comes in there. You can read more about it. Astera Labs, A-Labs, Celestica, which I own a bunch of. Great stock. Ubiquity, UI, don't own it. STX, love it. Love it. Rambus, Fabrinet. In fact, I brought up Seagate Technology to the paid subscribers a month ago. So, American Semiconductor, Monolithic Power Systems, and Air Test Systems. Again, this thread is great. Go and do your research. It's a fantastic list. Don't forget, these tools are on sale, specifically Trendspider. It's a Labor Day sale. The reason I bring these up is because this is the way I manage my entire portfolio. It's no secret. Am I blowing things away? No. The reality is, over years, I've been able to make enough money where I don't need more money in the future at all. So I try and pass this on to people. The Trendspider tool came about in 2020, and the reason I developed that 4-hour algorithm was COVID. If you're worried about valuation, if you're worried about where the stock charts look, because we're just in this upward trend and it continues to go up, and these indicators, okay, COVID was that immediate drop. I lost 40%, 50% of my entire portfolio the month after I retired from work. I didn't want to go back to work. Scary as hell. I built the 4-hour algorithm. That's the power of what I've determined and how I've been able to manage this up and down going forward, more than doubling the amount of money that I had after I retired. It is a great, great tool. And Trendspider, it is on sale. This is one of the best sales that I've seen. I don't know that it's going to go down below this. And that advanced tier, I wish I had 52 trainings when I first started, because it takes a long time to learn this program. And then you get the bundle of premium and alpha picks, and it's literally handed to you. On the Investing Experts podcast, I brought up, we just went to this top stocks several times. You can see COM a month ago. This was over 1 month. You're up 106%. It was a top stock. It's still a top stock. It's still a top stock. Micron, a top stock. Okay, 1 month you're up 5%. 6 months you're up 20%. Year to date, you're up 38%. So again, the tools are there for you to succeed. Doesn't mean you have to pay for these tools. Go and find similar tools for free. But if you want to level up your game, I think these are the tools to do it. If you have any questions, Linktree is where to get everything. All the links are here, even the newsletter, which I don't tout enough. It is a good newsletter. If you're just interested in spending 5 minutes a day, the newsletter is fantastic for it. The reason I do the newsletter, it is the news that I wanted when I start trading. This is the way I set up my day. So the reason I do the podcast is because normally I would do that newsletter for myself and I would literally trade. But instead, I put out the newsletter, and then I'm burned out. So if you have any questions, hit me up. My email address is right here, or you can just reply to the newsletter. Have a great day. Good luck on NVIDIA earnings. I hope you picked your side. Bye. Yeah, Josh, I think there's different ways of doing things on Alpha Picks. I've developed my own way. When I first started using Alpha Picks, I was using it as a pick generator. Like, oh my God, this stock is great. I'm going to go and get it. I was horrible at it. I didn't even come close to the portfolio. And then I wound up buying the entire portfolio in August of last year, I think. I just decided, you know what? I'm going to go all in. And I did go all in. Good morning. But I think that kind of gives you a good idea of the stocks. I think that was a good episode of, hey, here are things that we were up on. And it probably makes better sense in the newsletter than it does as a podcast, but nope. I'm going to put that in there. Green screen. There we go. And export file. Boom. 27 pod. Wah wah. Okay, let's see. Wah wah. Bros. Is Bros flying? Did Bros have earnings or something? I only have it up 0.17. I've been trading at 72. Bros have been doing well. They gapped up on this earnings. And then their earnings kind of gapped up, and you saw the gap fill a little bit. It hasn't completely filled. You've got one between 58 and 61, but I think you've got a nice uptrend in that one. So probably that's it, Amir. Is there a total number of stocks they keep in Alpha Picks, or does it vary depending on? No, it just depends on what they sell. I think the most, since I've been an affiliate now for 2 years. I was a paying customer for a few months because I wanted to try it. Or did they give it to me? I forget. I think they gave me my money back. I forget exactly. But I did want to try it out before I did it. And it's kind of the same thing as the Pro Quant. The Pro Quant, I don't promote the Pro Quant because, and I told them yesterday on the Investing Experts podcast, I would want to try it out before I become an affiliate. And I don't know if they have affiliates for that one, but the Pro Quant, it's a much more actively traded portfolio than Alpha Picks. So it's significantly more. I mean, it's like a weekly readjustment. But I don't think there's no portfolio that they do. They manage it. It's a rules-based portfolio. So the rules are, I think, let me see. Let me go to it here because I'll be able to, there it is. How it works. They don't give me on the promotional page the whole process. I'd have to log in. Yeah, I'm not logged in on the other browser, so. But the rules, I think if it's 180 days as a hold, like GM was, they will sell it. If it slips to a sell, they immediately sell. There's about 4 or 5 rules. It's not a difficult portfolio, but it's based on the quant. Yeah, AAPL. AAPL's just been one of those that I think you could trade for a good, really good gain. Let's go to Canva. I think I wanted to, there's a, let's do this one. Uploads. Let's see which picture I'm going to put in there. We'll put in this one. And we'll shrink that down. I had a lot more hair there. Position forward. There we go. Bum bum. Nah. Let's see. Do 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 do. Do. Morning, Travis. I'll just put that. And oh no, I don't want that one. I just want this. And And then we'll put let's see, maybe this. Let's try this. Let's move this and this. I'm gonna flip that around. There we go. And put those uploads. Let's put we'll get this. Let's just copy and we'll see. And we'll put that up there. We'll put these right there. Trendspider, seeking alpha. There you go. Share, download. Okay, I am out of here. You guys have a great day. Done with Gary. The name of it's with Gary. Actually, I'll hang out for a little bit. Just in case I can upload this stuff. Select file. And then I like the title here. Oh, I didn't put the title. Didn't copy it. Okay. Copy. And then paste. Oh, you're welcome, Josh. I'm sore. I gotta go to the gym today. With Gary, and then we've got to go over to Spotfiy. I do have comments. What's the new comment? Okay. Episodes. And select all. I will put this in. And then we've got to go up here. I've got to ask for the bullet point summary. And okay. Okay, let's see. Give me a chronological bullet point summary for the episode. There we go. Copy, paste, and we've got it all there. We're going to promotional content, select all, and we go to YouTube, create, upload video. Post. Your description is too long. Of course it is. We'll go next there. Oh, I've got to copy the title. I gotta shrink this down for YouTube. Perplexity doesn't seem to know that YouTube has a okay. One copy. Seeking Alpha Premium. Seeking Alpha Bundle. Alpha Picks. And episode summary, and then I gotta take the link tree. And replace that. And then we're going to take this out. We're going to take this out. What is so long? Okay, upload file. Then I need podcast recordings. Show more. And I do need tags. Copy. There we go. Okay. Next, monetization on. Next. YouTube's funny. They give me a link right away for the video. But public. Publish. And then we got to go back to Spotfiy. Oh, why didn't I hit that already? Oh boy. Oh, the pain. The pain. Ooh, the pain. We're gonna go to dashboard, create new video post, and we'll take the title. Do 827 podcast. Oh, edit 3, save changes. Oh, let's see what's up in the core portfolio. The market just opened, so let's see. Apple is down. Let's see if what my portfolio is doing. I'm down. I'm down 0.03, which is interesting. 0.03%. Let me look at my holdings. So Apple is down. Coin is up, but I'm overall down, let's see, 4% on that. I'm up 10% on that one. That one I may have to take profits on. That may be a take profit one. You know what? This one may be a take profit. I might as well look at it. You guys can see. That might be a take profit or add to it. It's kind of an old resistance right there. We're still in an upward trend here. My money would be doing so much better somewhere else than there. Next. Now. Okay, close. Oh. Yeah, this particular one is... This one's been frustrating for me. Just to know how to trade it. I mean, I got in there. So I'm down. But I think it's still a strong buy. Let's see. What I don't like, the quant has it as a hold. Wall Street, there's 8 analysts that cover it. They think it's an $11 stock. So I was like, I think it might get back to 11. It's just the revisions kind of kill me. In the last 90 days, they're bringing down. That's what kind of kills me in this one. But I think it's a Chinese... an investment holding group, consumer finance, and people, it's China, Indonesia, and international. It's kind of one of those that I wish something else, but you can see right here, Thursday, August 21st. I mean, that was a week ago. Strong buy, trading at a cheap valuation. And that's the key, is it's trading at a cheap valuation. When they go cash, when they announce that they actually are making money, I think this one really takes off. But again, it's a 2.25 billion. It's not a huge market cap, and it's China. So I like it because it's financials. I think financials take off in the second half of the year, but it's just kind of Okay, I am out of here. You guys have a great day. I got to go type up this newsletter. I will talk to you tomorrow. Say bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.